Welcome to another installment of Magic After Dark. We are joined by our co-host Nekusar. Nekusar, how you doing, man? You doing all right? Hey, have you decided what new commander you're going to build yet? Wait, what did you say? You want to see the world burn one card draw at a time? You know what? Me too, buddy. Let's do this. Welcome to Magic After Dark. Hope you're excited. We have Freyalise on the show tonight. Hopefully we can kick her off pretty quick. As far as our opening hand goes, yeah, I don't mind it. Magrum is definitely something that really helps us get the job done. Like to see a few more artifacts in the hand, but hey, the beggars can't be choosers. So we're going to go and keep on this one. And then hopefully our opponent does not have to mulligan past 5 and we get this going. But yes, welcome to Magic After Dark. It's been way too long since we've had the show going. So I'm really excited about this one, and I hope you enjoy the intro. It's definitely one of my my favorite ones to do, and then I'll kind of get a story going about Nekusar here in just a second. All right, opponent's going to pass a turn. Let's go ahead and I guess either way we're going to be taking damage if we go for Underground River. Let's go to Shock and Blood Crypt. We're going to take 2 on this one. Let's go to get down Parasite for 1 black mana, and then anything else we'll kick it back over there. We play Nekusar, the Mindrazer, the official co-host of Magic After Dark. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. Then whenever an opponent draws that card, Nekusar deals 1 damage to that player. Play against Freyalise, +1, create an elf druid. Creature token, -2, destroy target artifact or enchantment, so that will be a problem for us if we're going to go for a Megrim win, at least for that activated ability. And then the -6, draw a card for each green creature that you control. And opponent's off to a really nice start with that Kodama's Reach too. Let's go to get down Underground River. That does put us online for Arcane Denial, which I don't mind going for to get some card draw. Let's go and swing in for 1. We are not above getting in some really, some little combat damage like this. Knock them down to 29, and then anything else, we'll kick it back over there. We did cover both commanders. It is free time. We can talk about whatever we want. This is going to be Magic After Dark. Now, also, with Nekusar, typically it's pronounced Nekusar. I think that's the correct way to pronounce it, but let's go ahead and go for Arcane Denial, and I'll kind of explain that story. Yeah, so whenever I played Magic, I didn't have a channel. I just, for some reason, I had it stuck in my head that it was a Nekusar, and like a dinosaur, and it's one of those that's just always stuck in my head like that, and I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I can't pronounce it the other way. It sounds weird to me. It's kind of like if you have a friend in grade school and then like the substitute teacher calls out like their full name during like roll call or something like that, and then they're like, oh, that sounds weird to call them that. So that's kind of why I call him Nekusar. I don't know. That's just how it's always been. All right, so we draw into Commit to Memory, and then we also draw into Winds of Change. Okay, do we want to go for Winds of Change at this point right now? We got some good stuff in the hand. We're looking at getting down Center of the Sea. I'm just really worried about not hitting this land drop. These are a lot of wheel effects that we could get some good stuff going. If we had some like something like Soul Ring or Mana Crypt, 5 cards in the hand. Yeah, man, I don't mind going for this. Yeah, let's go and do that. Let's go and go for Winds of Change. We'll definitely hit the land drop. I want to be able to hit a colored source if possible. All right, there we go. It's really good off of that. Let's go and get down Sunken Ruins. Actually, we're going to get down Marsh Flats that we can search up a land, and then we'll be able to get down Liliana's Caress, and that'll basically kind of keep us online for that. Let's go and grab Underground Sea, have that come into play. Let's go and tap down for Liliana's Caress. It's going to be colorless, then a black. Go and swing in for 1, knock our opponent down to 28, and we'll go and pass the turn to our opponent. But yeah, so as far as Nekusar goes, so he's actually I think the second commander that I built for Commander, and he's what really inspired me to really just appreciate Commander for the format that it is. I originally built Mono Green Omnath, the original Green Omnath, and that was a lot of fun, but then I played against Nekusar one time in the on Magic Online. I was like, wow, that's really weird. Like, it's like you can win without like turning creatures sideways, or you just see this huge stack on the battlefield of just like all this stuff going on, and it was just like so amazing to me when I first got into Magic. And so I was like, well, I need to build that. So, and it's actually, I think, the 2nd or 3rd deck that I put out on my channel. Let's go ahead and do it again. I guess it doesn't really matter how we want to sequence this one. We do have Hero's Downfall if we want to go for something, but with that Elemental not being kicked, we're in a pretty good spot. Let's go ahead and get down. And actually, we can actually go and use that for Freyalise if they're going to go for if they don't end up going for that -2 ability. Let's go and get down Catacombs, and then let's just go ahead and pass the turn to our opponent. We are looking at Hero's Downfall to take care of her, or next turn we are looking at getting down Nekusar too, which would be really nice. Now, hopefully, we are sitting at 26. It's not the end of the world at 26 if they want to swing across with a full 4 body. So we can definitely kind of take that combat hit. Okay, so they knock us down to 21, and they're going to tap out for Avenger of Zendikar. Okay, so I'm going to put some plant tokens on the battlefield. In response to that trigger, let's go ahead and go for Hero's Downfall on Avenger of Zendikar. I don't think they've made the land drop for the turn. Oh, hey, just saw that. YouTube. I always hate when I don't see that. They did make the forest land drop for the turn. We're still going to go and go for Hero's Downfall. You know, it's better just to have it off the battlefield at this point right now. So we're going to go and go for Hero's Downfall on Avenger. They will end up with a lot of plant tokens, but thankfully with a bunch of 0/1s, we don't really have to worry about too much from our opponent. Let's go and crack Catacombs, and then we do have 2 black-blue sources. Go and grab another red source if possible. Yeah, I'm going to grab another Badlands. There we go. Have that come into play. And let's see what we draw to. Draw to Raiders Wake. Yeah, let's go. They've got 3 cards in the hand. I don't mind getting down Nekusar at this point right now. So let's go and get down Sulphur Falls, and let's go and get down Nekusar. Oh, yes. Welcome to the show, buddy. Alright, so we get down Nekusar, then anything else, we'll kick it back over to our opponent. Now, the fun thing with Parasite is that whenever an opponent draws a card, if you control a red permanent, which Nekusar is a red permanent, that's going to be an extra damage to our opponent. We do have Liliana's Caress, so whenever they discard a card, that player's going to lose 2 life, so that's something we can also kind of amplify the Nekusar out. And that's pretty much what you're looking to do with Nekusar, you know, is get down all these just really goofy cards and just make them just work together in this beautiful synergy. So we're gonna go and use that ability, deal that extra damage up top, and then I don't think yes, we're gonna use that ability to that player and then to that player. Now, the downside to Nekusar is that I think they've changed the rules. But it used to be to where you could redirect that damage over to a Planeswalker. And so that was always a lot of fun because it was basically kind of like Wither for Planeswalker with Nekusar, redirecting that damage. But since this is Magic Online, it says 1 damage to target player. It looks like they've got it to where Nekusar only does damage to a player instead of a Planeswalker. But that was always a lot of fun, being able to deal with Planeswalkers in that way. Opponent's going to go for Praetor's Council. Return all cards from your graveyard to your hand, exile it. So it's basically just be Kodama's Reach and another Avenger of Zendikar, which we're perfectly fine with. So even when they bring that back, we are looking at Reforge the Soul. That's going to end up with some pretty good chunk of mana for Liliana's, or not mana, but at least some damage with Liliana's Caress. And actually, with this drawing into Remand, how do we want to sequence this? Let's go and get down Sunken Ruins. So if they're going to tap out for Avenger of Zendikar or Freyalise, that's going to be a pretty good chunk of mana next turn. What we can do is get down Raiders Wake and then set ourselves up for a really nice Reforge the Soul. I think I like that because at this point right now we're looking at 3 damage with them drawing 7 cards. It's going to be 21. Yeah, because let me see, that's going to be, when they discard a card, that's going to be 5, that's going to be 10, that's going to put them down to 14, and then that's going to be 2 more. Actually, that might be lethal. Let me double check that real quick. And actually, yeah, I think that will be lethal with Reforge the Soul. So let's go ahead and go for Reforge the Soul. That's going to be double red. Because even if they do tap out for that, that should take care of it. There we go. Let's go and get these triggers on the stack. All right, there we go. Exactly lethal. Put our opponent all the way down to 0. So, if you didn't see what happened, I yielded to all those triggers. But basically, what happened is we had Liliana's Caress. So, whenever they discard a card, that was going to be 2 life loss. And so, basically, that put them down to 14. With Parasite on the battlefield and Nekusar on the battlefield, that was going to be each card draw is going to be 2 damage. And then with Reforge the Soul, they're going to be drawing 7 cards. So, that's going to be 14 total damage between the Parasite and Nekusar. And then also 2 life loss for each card discarded, which is going to 5. Put them exactly down to 0. So swinging with the Parasite earlier in the show definitely helped us out. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye. Hope you're excited for some Magic After Dark. Starter opening hand goes, yeah, we're going to go and keep on this one. I like this. We have Waste Not, we have Kami, we have Felwar Stone, we have some good Snapcaster action. That way we get some good stuff going in the graveyard. But yes, we have Sidisi on Magic After Dark, and it's been way too long since we've done it, so I'm really excited. I'm just going to get down Bloodstained Mire. I think that sounds good. Or we could get down, yeah, let's just go and get down Blood Crypt. Not going to pay 2 life. And then we'll go and pass the turn to Sidisi. We're playing Nekusar, the Mindrazer, the official co-host of Magic After Dark. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. Then, whenever an opponent draws a card, Nekusar deals 1 damage to that player. Let's go and get down Reef, and then let's go and tap down for Felwar Stone. It'd be nice if we could tap down for Bloodstained Mire and get it on the battlefield somehow. And then anything else, we'll kick it back over there. Playing against Sidisi, Brute Tyrant. Whenever Sidisi enters the battlefield or attacks, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then, whenever 1 or more creature cards are put into your graveyard from your library, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. So Sidisi is going to be over here selling her Undead special, after the Afterlife. I was going to get down Bloodstained Mire. And let's just go ahead and just really blow past our opponent as far as mana goes. Yeah, I don't mind getting down one Power Stone. We can still go and leave up a Pongify if we need to do that. So let's go and do that. Let's go and get down one Power Stone. Let's go ahead and go for Blood Crypt, Reef, tap down on Fell War Stone, get down more Power Stone, and then we'll really have access to a ton of mana, and then we'll go and pass the turn to our opponent. But yes, hope you're excited about Magic After Dark. It's been a really, really long time since we've done it, and especially with the unbannings of 1 versus 1 Commander, I don't know when they're going to ban some of that fast mana and different things like that. Actually, opponent went for Sultai Charm. But anyway, I don't know when they're going to ban some of the fast mana or tutors, so I'm getting as much of it in as possible as I can do. So let's go and crack Bloodstained Mire. You know what? Let's go and go for Nekusar. Yeah, I don't mind getting that down. We are looking at blue-red and black-blue. I mean, yeah, let's go and grab a black-blue source. Let's go and grab Underground Sea. Let's go and tap down Fell War Stone off Soul Ring, and let's go and go for Nekusar. There we go. Get down Nekusar, and then anything else? No. We're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. Now, as far as the pronunciation of Nekusar, I explained it in another video, but I don't know if I'm going to splice it together. So if you heard the other video first, you know, you've already heard it. But yeah, long story short, before I did my channel, I I don't know why I pronounced it Nekusar. You know, I don't think I'm dyslexic in a way, but I think there's something to where I just get it's almost like I'm lazy in my head. Like I just don't take the time to sound things out, so my brain just quickly assigns some sort of name to it. And so I've always called him Nekusar. I mean, I think the correct way is be Nekusar. But if you're sitting there wondering why is Jolt calling it Nekusar, hey, that's why. I've just always called it that. Let's see. So as far as what we need to get down for the turn, Nekusar did get sent back to the command zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunately, we did not hit the land drop for the turn. We could go for Kami and get down Waste Not. That'll really kind of amplify out some sort of wheel effect for next turn. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that exactly what we're going to do? Yeah, let's go and get down Kami. So we're going to be tap down on blue off Fell War Stone. Yeah, I'm okay with that. What we can do is we can't go for Vampiric Tutor to put a land on top, something like Ancient Tomb. That'll really help us get down Nekusar and have access to that mana. And I think I like doing that. We could get down Waste Not, but I like leaving that up. That way we can at least get down Nekusar and kind of start going from there. Then hopefully our opponent will run out of some sort of removal. We did see Sultai Charm and Hero's Downfall already, so looks like we might be playing against a little bit more of a stouter build of Sidisi, not really super focused on graveyard interaction. So we'll see what our opponent has to offer. Opponent's going to tap down for Sidisi. And then we'll get that trigger, getting that, actually, yes, we do, they whiff on that one, not getting, oh, that reminds me, I need to put Dig Through Time in there. I love that card, and I forgot that it was unbanned, so let's go and go for a Vampiric Tutor. Yeah, I'm okay, let's go and go Vampiric Tutor, and we can still go and go Pongify on Sidisi. I like doing that. Let's put Ancient Tomb on top, let's go and go for Pongify on Sidisi. All right, so let's go and draw into Ancient Tomb. Let's go and get down Nekusar. We'll draw an additional card with Kami too. And then, yeah, let's go and get down Ancient Tomb. Let's go and tap down for Nekusar. Get down Nekusar, and then anything else, we'll go and pass the turn back over to our opponent. Now, they might have another source of removal. If they do, so be it. But thankfully, we've got at least Temple of Deceit in the hand, and we can get that down and get some pretty good, at least card draw going with Nekusar and Kami on the battlefield. So let's go and get these triggers going. Now, especially with the Ape token on the battlefield swinging across, we could block with Nekusar, but at this point right now, I'm okay with just holding back. Actually, it looks like our opponent's simply just going to go and pass the turn, or at least just not swinging for combat. So I was about to say we could block with Nekusar, but at this point right now, Life's Finale, destroy all creatures, and search for up to 3 cards, put in the graveyard. Yeah, that's not horrible. It's not great, but at least it's going to send Nekusar back to the command zone. That's one of the downsides about the downsides to playing this deck, is that you definitely, this is a commander-focused deck, commander-centric deck. You want to have Nekusar on the battlefield to get some good value going. You can kind of grind the game out with Waste Not and stuff like Megrim and Liliana's Caress, but you need to have a really good board state developed before you can do that. So maybe we can get some good stuff going. We do have Snapcaster online, so hopefully, and actually, with the opponent going for Life Finale and then putting Locust God in the graveyard, we do have to watch out for Reanimate, so that's something we need to watch out for. Drawn to Reforge the Soul. So Nekusar, that's going to be 7, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Either way, we're not going to be online for that. Do we want to go for Reforge the Soul? Now, if they went for Life's Finale and they do have Reanimate, yeah, let's go and do that. I don't mind going for that. It's going to give us a fresh grip. Unfortunately, we're going to miss out on some of this stuff, but we're not necessarily tied to Waste Not. Yes, we're going to go ahead and cast it. Tap down Failwar Stone, and then we'll go and tap, yeah, we'll go and tap down Blood Crypt. There we go. Okay, like that. It's a little bit better in the hand. I definitely like what's going on with that. Let's go ahead and get down Temple of the False God. That'll definitely give us some good mana. And actually, we can just simply get down Omnixilus. Now, the only downside is we are off of Force of Will, at least at this point right now. But I don't mind getting down Omnixilus. That'll be some pretty good card draw for us. So let's go and do that. Actually, excuse me, I forgot we tapped down the Failwar Stone, so we cannot go for that. That will put us online for a hard cast Force of Will. Yeah, let's go and leave up Hardcast Force of Will. If they're going to tap down for Sidisi, I don't mind going for that, or whatever sort of big spell they have. We have more than enough mana to go for that. And then next turn, what we can do is simply just get down Omnixilus or go for Nekusar, and then kind of start to go from there. Like I mentioned earlier, once you get down Megarum, we have stuff like Raider's Wake. Pretty much us turning any sort of wheel effect with both of these enchantments on the battlefield will really allow us to push some really good stuff. Frost Titan, yeah, there we go, Force of Will, let's go for it. Paying the full sticker price for this Force of Will, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 off of this. Alright, so take care of Frost Titan. We don't have to worry about them tapping down anything. And we'll have a really good turn next turn, kind of setting up a lot of our stuff. Draw into Parasite, okay. Yeah, let's go and do that. But that's going to be 4 loss of life, or at least 4 damage per card draw, discard. And we do have Imperial Seal to set some good stuff up. So let's go and tap out for Megarum. Let's go and go for Raider's Wake. And then let's go and go for Imperial Seal. Yeah, I like that. We'll go and get down Center of the Sea. Yeah, I like that. We get down Center of the Sea because we can also make us discard a card to get a little bit of extra 4 damage going off of that. Let's go and go for Failwar Stone. And let's go and go for Imperial Seal. And let's go and put Wheel of Fortune on top. Yeah, I think that sounds good. We could go for Winds of Change and draw that many cards, but we've only got 2, they've got 6. And we want to make sure we can really keep that going up on our opponent. So, yeah, let's go and grab Wheel of Fortune. Oh, did I click on... I think I might have accidentally clicked on Wheel Deal. I hope I didn't. Either way, it's not the end of the world if we did. We still have Center of the Sea. We can go for a discard ability with Ancient Tomb to kind of get that extra going. I think my mouse moved up just a little bit. So if we end up drawing into Wheel Deal... I do apologize, but I was meant to go for Wheel of Fortune, so we'll see what we go for once we get down Center of the Sea activated. Alright, opponent's going to go for Forbidden Alchemy. And then Nemesis of Mortals. Costs 1 less for each card in your graveyard. We're just looking at a 5/5. It does have Monstrosity. You know, once we go for Monstrosity, it's basically just get 5 counters on it, so that's not too bad. And then once we get to the end of the turn, let's go and go for Center of the Sea activation. Yep, I did. Oh, that's a bummer. Then we get to draw a card. So that is unfortunate. I was really hoping to get a few extra cards off of that, but unfortunately that happens sometimes. Now, we're looking at Nekusar. Let's go and see. Let's just misclick. Now, we are looking at 11 total mana. If we want to do some setting up, what we can do is get down Omnixilus and then go for Wheel Deal on our opponent's turn. I think I like that, because that's going to be 6 times 4. Actually, excuse me, they discard their hand, that's going to be 4. Yeah, that should be enough right there, because 6 times 4, yeah, it's going to be 24. So the only thing we have to watch out for is some sort of counterspell from our opponent. But yeah, now that I think about it, Wheel Deal that's going to make them discard the card. That should be enough with Megarum and Raider's Wake. Sorry, just got ahead of myself on that one. Now let's see if we can't draw out a counterspell from our opponent at this point. Okay, and let's go and go for Wheel Deal. Yeah, I don't mind going for that. Alright, let's go and get these triggers on the stack. Alright, so our opponent's going to scoop it up on that one, but that's going to be more than enough coming across with these triggers, making them lose that life. But you can definitely see where, if we get Nekusar on the battlefield, it definitely does help us kind of push our game plan. But sometimes, if Nekusar gets sent back to the command zone, he gets sent back to the green room a bunch of times and we can't get him going. We get some good stuff on the battlefield, some really good enchantments, and then go from there. Anyways, if you enjoyed the show tonight, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.